SAP OPD interview questions and answers. What is SAP OPD? Output parameter determination. OPD is a framework in SAP S/4HANA used to determine output parameters such as email recipients, printers, and output types for business documents. It replaces NAST-based output control in many scenarios. Which technology underlies SAP OPD? SAP OPD is based on BRF+, Business Rule Framework Plus, which provides a flexible and customizable rules engine. Which transaction is used to access OPD configuration? Transaction code, OPD, or navigate via SBRO output control output parameter determination. What are the document categories in OPD? 1. Billing document, for example, billing_document. 2. Purchase order, for example, purchase_order. 3. Delivery, for example, delivery_note. What are output types in OPD? Output types define how the document will be output, for example, print, email, IDOC, and are managed using form templates and communication channels. Can you customize OPD per document type? Yes. Determination logic can be maintained for specific document types and application object types via BRF+ rules. How do you define rules for OPD? Rules are defined using BRF+. You create rule sets, decision tables, and function modules that determine output logic. What is a BRF+ decision table in OPD? A decision table is a matrix in BRF+ that determines the output behavior based on input parameters like sales org, document type, customer group, etc. What is the role of form templates in OPD? Form templates, usually Adobe Forms, define the layout of the output document. These are selected during output determination. How do you trigger email output using OPD? By maintaining the appropriate channel, email, in the OPD configuration and ensuring the email address is maintained for the recipient. How is OPD different from NAST, legacy output? OPD uses BRF+, and is event-driven with better flexibility and configuration. NAST is table-driven and was used in older ECC systems. Can both NAST and OPD coexist in a system? Yes. Some modules in S/4HANA still use NAST, but OPD is the default for most output scenarios like billing and purchase orders. How do you debug output determination? Use transaction BRF+ to simulate the function or decision table. You can also use trace options in BRF+. What is the standard table for storing output parameters in S/4HANA? Output details are stored in table APOC_output_header and related tables. Which apps or Fiori elements are used with OPD? Apps like Manage Output Items and Manage Form Templates are used for monitoring and editing outputs. How do you handle dynamic email recipients in OPD? Configure dynamic determination logic in BRF+ rules to fetch recipients based on document attributes or customer master data. What are the common issues faced in OPD implementation? 1. Incorrect BRF+ rules. 2. Missing communication settings. 3. Wrong form template mappings. 4. Missing output channel settings. How do you test OPD settings? Create or simulate a document, for example, invoice, then check the output logs and OPD decision trace for rule evaluation. What is the fallback mechanism in OPD if no rule matches? If no rule matches in BRF+, no output is triggered. Therefore, a default rule or fallback row should be maintained.